thing the military gonna do, they gonna hate on this. I ain't gonna lie, they gonna hate on this. First it was the haircuts, then it was the beards, now it's the baby hairs. It don't take no rocket science to see what's going on. It don't, man, it don't. Then let it be a soldier out of shape, can't do PT, stink, all that. It a little brush off. But us, we get it bad. They want the neat and tapered appearance.
Uh, Sorry about that. Like I say, and like I always say, we need to start having some type of like PA training for our military members, especially our young military members. It's okay to have an opinion. It's okay to think what you want to think, but we need to really hone in on how we present ourselves on the internet or how we communicate our thoughts in a public forum such as TikTok, Instagram, social media, YouTube, whatever. Because I get what he's saying. I understand what he's trying to say, but it's just that the way he's going about it is going to go over a lot of people's heads. And unfortunately, a lot of people is going to think that it's, ignorant mumbo jumbo when that's not the case at all. I really feel like he's trying to say something that's important to him and something that might be affecting him, but it's just the way that is coming across and the way that he's articulating himself is not really going to help him in the long run. But it's funny though. Dude's funny as hell.
Or neat and clean appearance, whatever. But y'all down there taking everything away that make us look neat. Like it don't make no sense. And then the ones that really
I do agree with that. I know at least for us in the Air Force, when it comes to beards, as you can see, I got a beard. So when it comes to beards, we have to shave, but we aren't allowed to have it. We can't line it up, right? And it's things like that where it's like you want me to have a professional appearance. You want the beard to be, in order, not wild, not all over the place, and look professional, but I can't take the steps to, make sure my beard is professional, whether it's lining it up or, shaving it a certain way or making sure that the ends are faded down or whatever it might be, you're really hamstringing us into what we can do to make sure that, we have that professional appearance. And in turn, that is how you'll get a lot of you're attacking a certain group of people within the military. And they're saying, I know the Army's about to come out with this, if you have razor bumps and if you can't shave, you're going to be kicked out in 12 months. I mean, come on now. We're not stupid. He's not stupid. Nobody's stupid. We know what's going on. We know what group of people is affected, who's more affected by, the skin afflictions that comes with shaving. So, it's an overall bad situation. Always.
getting forcing to be the older same, you feel me, same as us. They just higher ranking, like y'all supposed to be riding with us. What we got going on that y'all trying to stop, they ain't got nothing to do with war. Now the fat and all that, that shit a liability at war. It don't add up.
And there's another part I agree with. I feel like it's been a deliberate attack on beers. I feel like we're putting a lot of our energy in things. I'm not gonna say it doesn't matter, but and there are more things that goes into being a war fighter or making sure that we are lethal as a force than whether somebody has a beard or not. I do see a lot of people who are, on the thickly side. Hell, I'm a little on the thickly side. You know what I mean? I feel like it should be more resources to take care of that than whether somebody has a beard or not. You know what I mean? I just feel like that the efforts of the military are not where it should be. We're not focusing our efforts, our energy, our money on where it should be focused. I know a lot of the old boomers will come in and say, well, this generation is soft and this and the third thing. I mean, I want to say that we're soft. We're just not stupid. You know what I mean? We have eyes and we're not afraid to, respectfully say, hey, I get what you're trying to do, but I think that you're going about it the wrong way. And let's work together to come to a compromise. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being adults and being leaders, was what you guys want us to be. You want us to be leaders, and there's nothing wrong with coming together as a leadership to come to a compromise. No problem at all.
Y'all supposed to be riding with us. What we got going on that y'all trying to stop, they ain't got nothing to do with war. Now the fat and all that shit a liability at war. It don't add up. It don't at all.
I think, is that it? Yeah, I think that might be it. I mean, I think my dog made some good points. My man made some real good points. Uh, I do feel like it's been a deliberate attack on beards, right? It's been a deliberate attack on facial hair. And in turn, if you're attacking something that inflicts, again, like I said, 80% of 80 to 85% on one group of people, I mean, you're obviously gonna have people thinking that it's racially attacked. Now, am I gonna go as far as to say it's a race war or they're trying to get rid of all black people? I'm not gonna go as far to say that. I feel like a lot more things are going to happen before, I can honestly say, hey, yeah, they're just trying to get rid of all black people. But, with things like this, situations like this, it does seem like they're trying to weed out a certain substrata of people. Maybe it's dirtbags. There are a lot of dirtbag soldiers, dirtbag airmen who are taking advantage of the God, the shaving shits or the profile system. Maybe they're trying to weed them out. Maybe they're trying to weed out the people. Who knows? Right? Who knows? That's why it's important to communicate. You know what I mean? I feel like if they actually tell us what goals that they're trying to reach, or they actually tell us what they're trying to accomplish, I feel like that'll alleviate all the other stuff. That'll make people feel good about, okay, I see what they're trying to do. They're not just trying to do this to get rid of us. They're not just trying to do this to make one group of people mad or make another group of people, you know, um, another group of people feel good about themselves, whatever. They just need to communicate and be honest. Honesty goes a long way. That's just my thoughts on it. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Make sure you leave a like and make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll see you when I see you. Peace.